Hi, so good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the orientation session by Google Developer Student Club at CET. I'm Amrita Inayar, and I'm the GDSC lead and your host for today. So this is more or less going to be an informative session for you guys to get an idea about the Google Developer Student Club, what we do, and our timeline for the year, as well as how you will benefit from being a part of our club. Also stick till the end of the session to know more about the opportunity that we mentioned in the poster. So a little bit about us. The Google Developer Student Club is a community of students mainly interested in Google Developer technologies and other open source technologies. So we'll be conducting a large number of sessions that come under these topics. So we aim to bridge the gap between theory and practice and to give you hands-on experience in working with these technologies. GDSC promotes peer-to-peer learning, that is sessions by students for students. Though not all of our sessions may be this way, a majority of them are going to be student-led. As I mentioned before, we aim to give you a more hands-on experience. So we focus on implementation of the knowledge that you gain from our sessions through a variety of projects and hands-on workshops. So our main motto is connect, learn, and grow. So you guys will have the opportunity to network with other like-minded students on our campus and meet with people who are interested in developer technologies. All people are welcome, including those with different majors and different backgrounds. Our second point is learn. So you'll get to learn about a range of technical topics and gain new skills through hands-on workshops, events, talks, project building activities, both online and in person if the situation permits. And finally, you'll get to apply whatever you've learned from our sessions into actual practical problems and advance your skills and career and network and give back to the community by helping others learn too. So let's meet the core team for this year. So these are the core team members. I'm the lead, and we have 5 other core team members, and the rest of our Exicom is people with technical expertise in each individual Google Developer technology. So if you have any queries, any questions about anything about our club, you can reach out to any of us. So let's have a quiz. Let's see if you guys know Google. So go on over to kahoot.it on a different device and enter the game pin. So Joel will be taking over.
One sec. Yan link idave chat la. Just I think it's accessible now.
Yeah.
Let me just screen share. I'll be taking over from you.
Yes.
Give me a sec.
So preferably log in from a different device so that you can look at the questions on the screen shared.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope it's visible now. Give me a sec. Is it visible? Can you see it?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So the pin is 4630059. നിങ്ങൾ ആ ലിങ്ക് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളോട് ആ ഗെയിം പിൻ എൻ്റർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറയും. If you're on a phone, choose your split screen option or preferably choose another device so it's easier to see the question and stuff. എന്നിട്ട് www.card.it കയറിയിട്ട് ഈ ഗെയിം പിൻ അടിച്ചു കയറുക, then enter your name. Preferably your real name, doesn't matter, but then in the end we'll know who's winning. No. So yeah, we'll wait for the others to join. Around 80 people, so I'm expecting a turnover of at least 70. 9 പേരായി. Adjust volume one second.
Mama, എനിക്ക് പരിപാടി ഞാൻ വന്നാ വന്നിരുന്നു.
22. ഈ ലിങ്ക് ചാറ്റിലുള്ള ലിങ്ക് പ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് enter the game pin 4630059 and enter your name and you'll be on the thing here. Yeah. If you're on your phone ആണെങ്കിൽ split screen option ആണ് prefer ചെയ്യുന്നത് because question എൻ്റെ സ്ക്രീനിലെ കാണുള്ളൂ. You'll have to enter the option in your Chrome tab. So preferably use 2 devices. Yeah. We'll wait for at least 70 people. 40 പേരായുള്ളൂ. ബാക്കിയുള്ളവർ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അൺമ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്ത് ചോദിച്ചോ കേട്ടോ. Okay. മറ്റു കയറാൻ പറ്റാത്തവർക്ക് മനസ്സിലായിരുന്നോ എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടതെന്ന്? Is there anyone who doesn't understand Malayalam? Go over to the link in the chat, www.kahoot.it. Then you'll be asked to enter a game pin, which is 4630059. Enter the game pin and enter your name and you'll be in the game. If you're on your phone, preferably choose the split screen option. That way you can see the question and enter your option, the answer for the question. Preferably just use a different device, your lap or your phone. That way it's easier to see it. Yeah. We 56 people. എത്ര പേർക്ക് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം? എത്ര പേരുണ്ട്? Oh, we have 92
We
people.
have 92 people.
Correct. കയറാത്തവർക്ക് ഒന്നുകൂടെ ലിങ്ക് അയക്കി. Can you put in the chat again? Wait.
Yeah, I'll put the link again in the chat.
Yeah, Kahoot link, the link in the chat, press it, and then you'll be asked to enter a game pin and your name. If you're on your phone, choose your split screen option. If you're on your device, if you have a different device, that's much better. Clearly, though, ചോദിക്കട്ടെ unmute ചെയ്ത്, because we only have 60 people and ബാക്കി 35 പേരുണ്ട്, at least 30, excluding the main people organizing it. So if you can unmute and ask or put in the chat your queries, that is, about how to join the game, it will be great. Okay. We have 69 people. Great. Nice. Okay. We'll wait for some more. Amrita, just let me know when we can start, okay?
Yeah. I guess I can start because we've been, around 60 for some time now.
Okay.
Anybody else joining in? Should we wait?
Start it though.
Just keep it unlocked and we can start.
Is that possible? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's start here, right? Yeah. I hope the screen is visible. And yeah. Google logo technologies in the logo question basically. Identify the Google technology associated with the logo given. The logo is there, if you can see. Option red, Android. Option blue, Drive. Option yellow, Alien Spyware. And option green, Beatles Incorporation. I don't know what that means. Yeah. If you get this wrong, you are an absolute failure of a human being. We have some more people. Okay, great. 41 പേർ ശരിയാക്കി. ബാക്കി 9-10 പേര്. Okay, next question. I'm not disappointed in any of you. Next question. We have Nandagopal in the lead. Okay, so ഒരു കാര്യം പറയാനുണ്ട്. കറക്റ്റ് ആക്കിയാൽ മാത്രം പോരാ, എത്ര പെട്ടെന്ന് എൻ്റർ ചെയ്യുന്നു എന്നത് കൂടെ പോയിന്റ്സ് ആൻഡ് ഫാക്ടർ ആവും. So we have Nandagopal in the lead. So the quicker you enter the answer, the more points you get. Okay, so ഇതിന് സെയിം തിങ് ആണ്. Identify the logo. ഇത് ഏത് ഗൂഗിൾ ടെക്നോളജിയുടെ ലോഗോ ആണ്? Option red, Flutter. Option blue, Flames. Option yellow, Firebase. And option green, Origami. 50, 61, 62 answers, 63. Great. Okay. Pattern entry. Okay, 36 people got it right. The answer is Firebase. So we have 33 people who are getting it wrong. That's fine. You've learned about it now. Okay, great. Next question. We have Josdian. We have Arun Joe's in the lead. We have Joe in second place. And great. Third question. Identify the logo. Same question on Latin. What is this? Red, palette. Blue, cloud. Yellow, cloud print. Green, Xiaomi. I don't know why that was entered as an option, but then if you get it wrong, okay. 71 answers. Okay, great. 66 people got it right. I don't know how you can get it wrong, by the way. I don't know what y'all are doing in life. Okay, that's fine. Okay, We have Justine in the lead. We have Donna Thomas in third place, and we have Joe with the highest streak. Great. Okay, we're almost okay. Four out of 6 questions. I identify the logo. Web, the cold web. Winter, snowflakes. Web, the cold web. Winter, snowflakes. ഇതങ്ങനെ എന്താ പറയാ? Yeah, let's see. Some people confused. Yeah, the answer is web. I don't know why I'll put the cold web, but it's web. Snowflakes and I knew it was a good idea to put that. Okay, next question. Okay, we have AA in the lead. We have Nandu in second place. Fifth question. Identify the logo as usual. Time Variance Foundation, TensorFlow, Google Express, Google Marketing Platform. Time Variance Foundation, TensorFlow, Google Express, and Google Marketing Platform. അതൊക്കെ തെറ്റിച്ചെന്ന് നോക്കിയോ? If you press red, I'll be very happy, by the way. 6 പേർക്ക് എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം. The answer is TensorFlow, sorry. Yeah, the answer is TensorFlow. 59 people got it right. And we have Nandu Shankar in the lead. Last question, Anani. Yeah, 6 out of 6. The last question of the day. What is this logo? What is the Google technology identified with this logo? Tag Manager, Google Web Designer, Flutter, or Google Ads? Five, four, three, two, 1. 69 answers. Okay. 47 for the right one. It is Flutter. Yeah. Move on to the final display of the scores of the quiz. In third place, we have Joe Paul, I believe. In second place, we have AA, an anonymous person. And in first place, we have Nandu Shankar. Congratulations to the winners. And thank you. We have Justine and Ashish and runners up. Great. Okay.
Well, that was fun. I definitely hope you guys know more about the various Google developer platforms available to all of us. So these were the logos we saw, and now I'm hoping you know the names. So let's take a look at the timeline for the next week. Can you see my slides? Wait. Yeah. Can you see my slides now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look at the timeline we have for this year. So this is the tentative timeline for the year ahead as provided by GDSC India. We'll start with the cloud campaign around mid-September. That will last until mid-October, and then we'll begin the Android campaign. And soon after, we'll have the Flutter campaign and then the solution challenge from January onwards. We'll talk about these in detail, so don't worry if you're confused. And yeah, so the second cloud campaign is essentially more of an advanced version of the first cloud campaign. And then we'll have our web campaign and finally our machine learning campaign. So other than these campaigns, we'll also have other sessions focused on a variety of other technologies. So now let's have a detailed look at the solution challenge and the various technologies that we've mentioned so far that we aim to cover as a part of the Google Developer Student Club. So let me bring in Ajay, who is the project lead for this year, and he's going to walk you through the solution challenge. Ajay?
Thank you. Thank you, Amrita. So I'm Ajay, and I'm going to talk about the solution challenge. So what you see on the screen over here is the 2021 solution challenge. Actually, it's over. So the upcoming solution challenge is the 2022 solution challenge. So it's going to be from January to March, and it's actually, you have to make a product based on Google's technologies, and it will be the theme for the solution challenge will be somewhat like, to make something that will benefit the community or some race or generally. So in 2021 solution challenge, the theme was the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Can you take next slide? So yeah, so as you can see, the 17 sustainable development goals, you can see in the images, no poverty, yeah, gender inequality, all that. So that kind of themes where it will benefit the community. So although in the 2022 solution challenge, the theme it won't be the United Nations 17 sustainable development goals. That was the 2021's theme. So 2022 theme, you will also get a similar kind of theme. Next slide. So yeah, so to participate, so the step one is to register for the event. To register for the event, you must be part of our Google Developer Student Club, and then you have till from January to March to learn and build upon the solution, and then the demo and the submission is by April. So as you can see, the top 50 teams will get mentorship from Google, and other experts they will guide you to improve upon the existing solution that you submit. And then the top 10 finalists will get a 1-year subscription to Pluralsight, then swags, additional mentoring from Google. So Pluralsight is somewhat like it's like a skill development platform, somewhat on the terms of Coursera, not exactly like Coursera, but like, you know, a skill development platform. You have various training courses of Google Cloud, IoT, cybersecurity, or whatever. So it's all there. And then you will also be featured in a Google developers blog and demo day live on YouTube. Then the top 3 winners, they will get all the prizes of the top 10 finalists, and in addition to that, they will also get a Chromebook and a coffee chat with a Google executive. So next slide. So yeah, so the evaluation criteria will be each solution will be evaluated on a scale of 1 to 10, and the impact of the solution, that is, you're building something based on Google technologies. So how much of an impact the solution has on the society, so that will be judged, and it will be worth 60 points. And the technology involved, so what technology is involved in the solution, and how you have used the Google technology to build that, so that will be assessed, and it will be worth 40 points. So that is an overview of the solution challenge. So as I said, it will be based on something that will be beneficial to community, and like 2021's theme and 2022's theme will be different, but it will be the general idea of the theme will be about the same. So yeah, thank you. And I'd like to call Nanda Kishore to present upon the AIML.
Yeah, thanks, Ajay. Hey all. I am the AIML coordinator, and I know like lot of people, even if they are not in the AI field, are really either they are angry that AI is popular or they are interested in AI. So either way, AI has the buzz. So AI is the future, and ML is the fundamental of AI. Can you imagine a future without AI? Some people may argue that you don't have to put AI in everything. We can do things, but the thing is that with AI, things get much better with automation and everything. How did Tesla made a self-driving car? So there's a lot of history behind the work that went into models building and everything that led to the self-driving car of Tesla. How armed drones identify targets, which we also like how it was helpful in the Palestine war, and simply how did your auto text found the next word you were looking for. Even though this is the thing, like the auto text thing might sound really silly, but can you imagine typing without an auto text? If you really compare 1 week's work, it will cost you a lot of extra time. So these small AI implementation make your life really easy, and that should be that way, right? Yeah. So okay. So coming to the technologies, we know that coming to AI, TensorFlow is the beginner-friendly framework. Even though there are PyTorch and other frameworks, TensorFlow is like really easy to implement, and it's one of the best and popular frameworks by Google, which is around AI. Then there is PyTorch, as you can see. Then Kaggle is there. Then Hugging Face is there. All these frameworks are there to make it easy for developers to try and implement AI. Even though you can develop AI models without them, these frameworks help you build them easily with a high-level languages. So yeah, next slide. So yeah, this is the major thing. Okay, so even though I said a lot of things about this, what is stopping you? Because if you really identify what is stopping you, you can really progress. So first question is where to start, right? Seen a lot of things and don't know where to start learning. Because this is the thing. When I say AI, people jump into AI, Tesla cars and all. So we can't build a Tesla car from the beginning, right? So these big things also in a way intimidate people from starting their journey. Confused on what to learn, don't have an idea on what is needed and what is not needed. This is also there. You find a book to read about data science or machine learning. You are not sure whether I should spend my time or not. So this self doubt is there. No idea on how things work, right? Okay, this also right, because if you really try, you can actually build a machine learning engineer portfolio by midnight. But when you go for an interview, it won't work because they will ask, why did you use this and not this? Or hey, can you show me by turning this into that? So people are okay doing projects like that, but after a point, they get really insecure about, hey, I don't know, still I'm doing this. Should I continue? So these kind of doubts exist. So I hope these are the major things that are stopping people from getting into AI/ML, right? Yeah, thanks. Next slide. Yep. So here we are for you guys. What we plan for you. So you might have seen in the roadmap already, ML campaign. ML campaign will give you a walkthrough through different areas in machine learning. It will give you an insight and knowledge in the field. You might have attended a lot of ML campaigns, I know. Most of, even including me, I have went to a lot. All the what they do is they show you a lot of things and then show you some things and they just leave. But this will be really different. We will be with you from the beginning and make you reach a point where you will be confident enough to help others. So that should be the level you should reach. You will learn a lot of concepts. Its application in ML campaign. ML is a vast space, so that's really true. We can't teach everything, right? Large enough to give a head spin to an enthusiast who want to learn it actually. Here can give you a structured pattern of courses and opportunity to dive into each. So yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, coming to what actually we have planned. So these were the ideas. So two major things which we promised to do is workshops and hackathons. Here's the thing: we can either conduct most I have seen like either people conduct hackathon or workshops. So only with workshops, nobody gets to try what they did, right? Also, again, only with hackathon, people don't even try because they don't know anything. So this is the perfect pair. Like you will get a good workshop, maybe not just for a single day workshop, right? So you will get to explore a lot around AI/ML, and then you will get a good platform to build things with your peers through hackathons. So hackathons are problem-solving platforms which will teach you how to solve a given problem in the best possible way. Competitions in deep learning will be conducted where which you can show off your skills and abilities. So small thing around that, like there's a popular thing called Kaggle. So these small hackathons will you help you improve in such things. So yeah, that's what we have planned. So over to you, Shambhu. So yeah, does anybody has any questions? Like I have spoke a lot, but I know like coming to ML, people will have questions. So do you have anything related to ML or anything? Okay. So I'm not asking about any technical stuff, but do you have any like general questions or anything around this, even regarding the roadmap we shown or anything? You can unmute and ask. Okay, like this is not an online class, so be chill to ask. It's fine.
Yes, I guess we'll keep the questions to the end then, since
Yeah, sure,
everyone's a little shy.
Yeah.
So next,
Yeah, thank you.
next let's bring in Joe to talk about Android development.
So, hi everyone, I'm Joe Paul, the Android dev lead for this year. And the reason why Android development is pretty important is obvious because most of us use Android on our smartphones. And Google claims that over 3 billion people use Android worldwide. And in the smartphone market, Android has over an 82% market share. And so apart from all this, you have all these apps. You have apps from startups, small businesses. They all rely heavily on their apps to do their business or provide a service. And so it's an important job opportunity. It's an important development opportunity also. So, okay, next. Okay, so apart from all this, why is Android development? Why choose Android development? So the first thing is a huge user base means a large developer community. So you have tons of resources on YouTube and on community pages. You have documentation from all the software you use to build Android apps. And the second thing is that Android apps are customizable. So which means you can totally alter the appearance, you can totally alter the features of any Android app on your own, and you can boost your design skills, your innovation skills by doing all this. And maybe the most important thing, the reason for all these advantages is that Android is completely free and open source. So anyone can download the source code of Android from online and work on it. And that is how most phone companies develop their own versions of their operating systems. Okay, next. So since Android development is so important, we've planned 2 drives. And the first one is the Android development drive, which will be held in October to November. So it'll consist of an Android study jam where we'll introduce you to a language called Kotlin. And a study jam is basically where importance is given to projects over sessions. So that's a great learning experience. We've held an Android study jam last year. It was a huge success. And so we'll be continuing on that this year. And also we've introduced a Flutter drive, which will be held in December. And so we'll hold a Flutter study jam. And Flutter is a software development kit, which is created by Google for developing Android apps. So that's it for me, guys. Over to Ashwin now.
Hello everyone. Okay, hi everyone. I am Ashwin Jayaji. I am cloud platform lead. So I'll be explaining about a cloud platform. So, for instance, your PC have low specs, or your PC went out of RAM or space, or if you switch on your laptop and suddenly saw it crashed, and then you lost all saved settings and data. What could you possibly do in that situation? Okay, nothing. But you can always prevent it by using cloud. So cloud is simple, and the cloud can offer your possibility of storing your files and accessing, storing, and retrieving them from any web enabled interfaces. So the cloud refers to software and services that run on internet. So I think next slide. So the cloud, about that cloud platform, it provides a lot of services, and among them is file storage, file store, cloud store, and data transfer. And for computing, we have compute engine, VM instances, etc. And we have Kubernetes engine, and we have for databases, for example, we have Bigtable, file stores, Spanner, SQL, etc. And about that, we have a cloud campaign. It is introduced by Google, and we have 30 days of cloud program. So on-demand training, there are more than 60 Google Cloud training courses available on demand. And you can take almost most popular learning paths on Pluralsight and Coursera for no cost, absolutely no cost, for 30 days. And their courses are designed around in-demand core, cloud roles, and skills such as cloud architecture, data engineering, machine learning, etc. And about that hands-on labs, we have many labs, and each labs are updated on a weekly basis. And then in these labs, we can learn how to prototype an app, analyze weather patterns, build prediction models, and moreover, in your house, in your home itself. And we have webinars. so webinars, they are providing cloud study jams webinars at no cost, where you can watch Google lead hands-on lab demonstrations and answer your questions live on a variety of topics, including machine learning, understanding GCP, cost, and more. And about the last year's 30 days of Google, we have better experience in Google Cloud and machine learning. So you can have good experience in this and all, moreover, goodies. Okay, thank you. Moves on to the next.
So next, Padmanabhan is going to speak about robotics and IoT because he's the robotics and IoT lead.
So hello everyone, my name is Padmanabhan Rajesh Nair, and I am pretty sure that all of you might have heard the words robotics and IoT, might have done many workshops related with Arduino and many other microcontrollers and all. So we are, as we are familiar with these words, first of all, let us see the correct definition of what robotics and IoT means. So robotics is the intersection of science, engineering, and technology that produces machines called robots that substitute for or replicate human actions. So anything that we call a robot is basically meant to help humans. That is, either substitute for human actions or make humans' life easier. So that and making of robotics are what we call robotics. Now robots can vary from, it's not like when a person hears the word robot, most of them will be having an image of a human, like in the picture that is shown in the slide. So it need not be that much advanced. It can also be a simple rover that we make, and that's what is the range of robots. And coming to IoT, IoT stands for Internet of Things, and it refers to a system of interrelated, interconnected objects that are able to collect and transfer data over a wireless network without human intervention. So it's basically an interconnection of machines or things. That is, for example, if we are to take the example of our house, the fans, lights, and many other electrical appliances will be interconnected. That's what we call as Internet of Things. Now we can arrange from a small area like inside of our house, and also to a wider area, like you can control an object from one point of the earth to another point. So that's what the range of Internet of Things is. And it is basically done with the help of internet itself. So that's what's meant by robotics and IoT. So next slide. So the first event that we have planned under robotics and IoT is an introduction session on Arduino. So Arduino, all of you must have heard it, and there are many workshops conducted about Arduino. And we will be having an introduction session on Arduino, which will take you through the lot of Arduino boards, different Arduino boards that you will be able to hear, and about the software that you use to program these boards, that is the Arduino IDE. And after this, other sections will also be coming. Thank you.
So next we have Javed.
Yeah, so I'm Javed. I'm the web develop lead for this year. So web development is something that might be the first exposure to technical side for most of you. Like most of us try to get into the technical field by maybe building a website and going through HTML and all. That was in my case and in the case of most of the people in my class. So I guess that would be the case of my juniors too. So before I start, let us look what web development is basically. So web development is the building and maintenance of websites. So for each and everything that you use on the internet, you need a website, and web development is something that helps you to do it. It's a work that happens behind the scenes to make a website look great, work fast, and perform well with a seamless user experience. So when we look at a website, it has basically two parts. The parts which we see at the user experience, which is called the front end, that is the part with which we can directly interact when we take a website. And a website also has a back end which manages the data and all the inputs that we give through the front end, and it also gives us back the outputs that we need. by querying through a database and all. And we can also use Google products like Firebase as a backend of our website. And we can also use a wide range of Google Cloud services for hosting our dynamic website. Web hosting basically is when you are building a dynamic website, while in the production building phase, you host that in your local host. And if everybody that has an internet connection needs to access your website, you need to host it in a platform. So Google Cloud offers such services for hosting our dynamic website. So shall we move to the next slide? So this will be a major question that each one of you face: where to start and how to proceed. So I guess that some of you at least must have gone through the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript basics. So that is the pure basics of web development. All of you must have a basic understanding of what HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is. And by basic understanding, I mean that you just need to read and understand the code. You necessarily need not memorize all the functions and all the names and all. Web development is basically pure Googling skills. Once you read and understand the code, it more depends on how well you Google and find things out. So in order to Google things and find the solution, you need to understand the code. So for that, you must have a basic understanding of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And JavaScript 5 ECMA script is supported in all modern web browsers. So I guess if you are starting the web development now, take a good look at it, and especially the new array functions. So the modern version of JavaScript has a lot of inbuilt function that helps you to perform your function with just a single line of code. You necessarily need not implement all the logic for a particular function. It has all those inbuilt functions. So JavaScript 5 is something that most of the web developers use nowadays. And on the CSS side, so for those ones who doesn't know what CSS is, CSS is the thing that makes your website look good. Like it presents a website in the way we see something. It styles a particular website. So on the CSS side, we can either choose Bootstrap library or Material Design for styling our website. And on the JavaScript side, this is the most important part of the web development. For building a site with practical use, you must either choose React or Angular, which is the most popular frameworks in JavaScript for the front end. So React basically deals with HTML document object modeling. And once you start to learn React, you need to start with the basics. And once you start learning it, you could do things of lots of practical uses, and it gives us a sense of satisfaction once we host our first React website. We'll start developing a sense of confidence. And most of you must have been approaching the web development by watching different tutorial videos and might not be able to do any particular projects as such. You will go through different technology for front end and back end. You'll understand the code, you'll watch the videos, and then you'll leave it there. I suggest you better watch a video and do something. Not exactly what the video suggests, do something of your own. Maybe just a 4-5 lines of code is required. But if you do that, then we'll start developing a sense of confidence, and we will have a feeling that we will be able to work on open source projects and all and work with a team. And for the backend, basically SQL was the backend. SQL PHP was the backend for the websites of older versions, but that doesn't provide you the security that you require. So most people nowadays uses Django or Flask framework for Python backend. So if you are using Python to build your website backend, then you could either choose the Django framework or the Flask framework. And using Python gives you an advantage that if you use Django or Flask, then you could you could pick up and learn the language easily. So learning Python is a huge advantage. Then if you once learn this Django and Flask framework, then you could understand the language and move to the ML part easily, because you'll get a basic understanding of what the language is. And if you are choosing for the JavaScript backend, then you could either go with the Node.js backend and Express middleware. And so basically, for the web development, there are different stacks like MERN stack, MER, and Mongo, Express, React, and Node, and the mean stack, Mongo, Angular, React, and Node, and all. So these both stacks are fully JavaScript oriented. So I better suggest you that you learn the basics of HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, and then stick on to a stack and start doing very minimal projects like a single web page or all, and then start building on it. So that's it. If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Like there is a doubt clearance session at the end, but if you have any particular doubt about any of these frameworks and all, you could just shoot it in the chat box or unmute your mic and ask. Okay, let's move on, I guess.
Yeah, let's move on then. And also we have a web campaign that will be conducted towards the end of the year 2020. So that's something we'll definitely conduct. So next we have Surabhi, who's going to speak about our Women in Tech portion. So Surabhi?
Yeah, hello. So I'm audible, right?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. So, hey everyone, I'm Surabhi, and you all may know the reason why there is a Women in Tech wing in almost all technical clubs, right? But let me share that reason again. So, there is less representation of women in tech, in the tech industry. That is, there is a gender gap. But when there is a diversity and inclusion, you get to know various aspects of that subject, and that brings in productivity. But somehow, the tech industry is where women are facing a lot of discrimination and issues. So there are reports that say that women feel that their voices and contributions are unappreciated in the workspace, and they feel less secure. And there's a lot of other issues too. This may be because the representation is less. So we need more representation, and that could be done by upskilling women who are interested in tech, promoting their interest, boosting their confidence, and creating a more secure space, especially for them. And that's one of the aims of Women in Tech wings or clubs. So we are trying to bring a change. The tech industry needs a change, and we need a change. So yes, to speak about the Women in Tech wing of the GDSC CET, all of you women are welcome. And you can come and interact freely with any of us, share your experience, and of course, learn. So let's try bringing the change by being the change. So Amrita, next slide, please. Yeah. So now what we aim is that each woman to come forward and take leads. We'll conduct workshops or boot camps for you as per your interest, including Google technologies. We'll discuss about technology and learn from each other too. And we'll try to empower you. And hence, we'll expand our network, connect with each other, and of course, as I said, create a secure and free space for all of us. So we'll be working on all of this. Finally, I would say, just feel free to connect with me at any point of time. So thank you. Now, Abhijit will take over. So Abhijit is the project coordinator of our club. Abhijit?
Hey guys, my name is Abhijit. I'm the project coordinator for this year's chapter. So we have a Discord server. I'm pretty sure all of you know what Discord is. If you don't, it's basically a digital distribution platform where users can communicate through voice calls, video calls, and chats. So this year we have a server called GDSC CET, which so our main aim is to create a vibrant community of students who are interested in learning and sharing knowledge on various aspects of the society. We have dedicated servers for the various aspects of our chapter, which is Android development, AI, ML, robotics and IoT, cloud platform, web dev, open source, UI, UX, etc. And we have a specific server for the women in tech as well. So our announcements, the announcements we have, the events we are conducting, the posters we are releasing will all be announced on the announcement section of the server. And you can find other members of GDSC, and you can share people who share the same interests and passion you have for technology, you can find friends, you can find teammates for hackathons if you want, and yeah, all our events and discussions will be announced in the Discord server. So make sure you join it. We have a Discord server link. It's a permanent link, so don't worry if you're late to join. But is the Discord link ready?
Yeah, someone will be sharing it soon on the chat box. So just like a couple of minutes.
Yeah. So if you haven't downloaded Discord yet, download it, and join as soon as possible. Okay. Now I invite Amrita to explain why you should join our club.
Yes, so I'm sure that you guys have seen the various things we're going to cover over our term this year. So we'll be conducting workshops on a variety of topics, as you've already seen. And this will help you gain in-depth practical knowledge to implement on hands-on projects. And as a result, you'll be able to have more experience in all of these Google technologies and even other open source technologies. So you'll also get plenty of opportunities and resources to improve your technical skills as well as soft skills. You'll also get access to global networks, and you'll also receive certificates for every event that you attend. And as for goodies and swags, you'll get them for a different workshop. That is, all the workshops that we mentioned in the timeline before, you will get a different set of goodies for each one. So speaking of opportunities, we're looking for people with a passion for designing to join our design team. So go ahead and share your portfolios and at the link, which will be provided in the chat also. So if you want to join the design team, make sure that you apply for it. And people who've attended the session will get a special preference over the rest of the people. So make sure that you join if you have interest. So you can go ahead and join us on these different platforms. The links have been provided on the chat as well. And to attend the solution project and other events, make sure that you join our community on the GDSC platform so that you can directly attend all of these workshops. And these are the links to our Instagram and LinkedIn pages as well. And Google provides a ton of free information for people who are interested in technology. So make sure that you check out these links if you're interested. We'll also share these PPTs in our community page. So if you want the links, you can go ahead and look at the PPT. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any questions about Google Developer Student Clubs or any technology that we've discussed so far? Feel free to unmute your mics or use the chat box. So. Any questions?
If you have any questions, feel free to type it on the chat. We'll read it out.
Yeah. Or you can approach any of us on any of our social media platforms or on our WhatsApp numbers if you have them. So,
yeah. Feel free to ask questions, by the way. It's a great opportunity. It's something I wish I had in my first year. So we're basically laying it out all for you, podcast step by step, so you can get started in the world of tech, right? I know it can be intimidating and a bit confusing at first, but I hope we're able to help you in your journey of becoming, what you want to be at an engineering college that you signed up for. So just DM us. If you don't have any questions right now, just DM us on Instagram or join the links right now. The questions, is the club only for computer science stream students?
No, it's open to everybody. Anybody who's interested.
Amrita is AE, I am EEE, there's EC, there's industrial students. There's
from Applied.
There's no
I'm from Applied. Everybody's from a different stream in our core team too. So everybody can join. Anybody with an interest in technology, go ahead and join. So.
Yeah,
it's free too. So
and it's absolutely free. There's no membership.
It's fun also. Come and join us. Very chill people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? ബാക്കി എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഈ നമ്മുടെ ഡിസ്കോഡ് സെർവർ ചോദിച്ചാലും മതി, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പേജിന് DM ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ബൈ ദ വേ, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. I'll put the thing here.
The link to apply to the design team is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, follow gdsc.cet on Instagram. There is an error in the link. Which link, da?
Which link?
Is it the design one?
Is it the design one? I'll 1 second. I'll check
Community
that out.
Community link. Community link with the first one. The first one. Join our community on the GDSC one. Yeah. Okay.
I'll share the link immediately. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure. In the meanwhile, any other questions about what you're looking forward to? How much time is involved? No questions, sir.
You can നിങ്ങൾക്കും പറയാം കേട്ടോ എന്തൊക്കെ നടത്തണമെന്നും.
Yeah, that's yeah. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്താ കാണാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്? Like students from all departments can join, right? Who has no idea about the tech stuff? Alina is, I believe, Alina Architecture. So yeah. So it's not that we want only tech genies to be here. It's not that it's only like a bougie coding platform. We're here to innovate. We're here to have a community, right? A community is a group of people who have a goal. We want people from all streams, from all areas of education to come together in our college as a community, as a family, to be better, right? We all want to achieve something. We all have some common goal as to why we're here today. So it doesn't matter where you're from, how much you already know, how much you've already achieved. We're here to be together and discuss stuff, right? Open discussions is well said. So we'll start talking. That's the first thing. No, we'll start talking, we're discussing. And then we have Google to support this. So it's fine. Do check out the link in the chat now. I hope it's working now.
Yeah, this link should work. Just let me know if it doesn't now, because I literally just took it. So yeah, any other questions?
I think they'll have it in the future. I think
Yeah, so then thank you all for attending this session. Let's all hopefully develop a great developer community in our college. And thank you for attending. If you have any questions, feel free to DM us. It should be completely fine. So thank you for attending. Bye-bye.